John was a simple and hard-working young man. He lived in a small village and spent his days working on a farm under the hot sun. From morning till evening, he worked honestly. His hands were rough, his clothes were dusty, but his heart was pure. He never complained about the heat. He never complained about the long hours. He believed that if he worked sincerely, life would one day reward him. One afternoon, after watching John work tirelessly, his boss called him over. Without saying much, he placed something small into John's hand. When John opened his palm, his eyes widened. It was a small piece of gold. It shined brightly in the sunlight. It was heavy and precious. John could not believe it. No one had ever given him something so valuable before. His heart filled with excitement. He felt lucky. He felt chosen. He felt like his life was finally about to change. As he walked back toward his village, his mind was full of dreams. He imagined buying better clothes, maybe a small house, maybe starting a small business, maybe a future where he didn't have to work so hard under the burning sun. For the first time, hope felt real. But as he continued walking, something strange happened. The gold in his pocket started to feel heavier. Each step became more difficult. His shoulders felt tight. His mind became restless. The same gold that had filled him with happiness now felt like a burden. When he reached a nearby village, he saw a tall, strong man riding a beautiful horse. The horse looked powerful and fast. It moved with pride. People stepped aside as it passed. John stopped and stared. He thought, why should I walk when I can ride? With a horse, I will move faster. People will respect me. I will feel important. Without thinking too much, he traded his gold for the horse. As soon as he climbed onto it, he felt powerful. He felt like a king. The wind touched his face. People looked at him differently. His chest rose with pride. But happiness stayed only for a short time. The horse was wild. It ran too fast. John couldn't control it. Suddenly, the horse jumped, and John fell hard onto the ground. Pain shot through his body. His clothes were torn. His knees were bleeding. The pride he felt moments ago disappeared. Bruised and tired, he stood up slowly. When he met a farmer walking calmly beside a cow, he thought, this is better. No speed, no danger, just peace. He traded the horse for the cow. Now life seemed simple again. The cow walked slowly. It gave milk. John felt safe. He believed he had finally made the right choice. But after a few days, the cow stopped giving milk. It became weak and useless. John felt disappointed again. The peace he had found slowly faded away. Soon he met another farmer who had a fat pig. The pig looked strong and healthy. John thought, at least I will never go hungry now. So once again, he traded. But the pig was loud. It made noise all night. It was dirty and smelled terrible. John couldn't sleep. He felt tired and irritated. The pig that was supposed to solve his problems created new ones. Then one day, he saw a man carrying a beautiful white goose. The goose was calm, clean, and graceful. It moved quietly. It didn't make noise. John felt something peaceful inside him. This is enough, he said to himself. He traded the pig for the goose. For the first time in many days, he felt calm. The goose walked quietly beside him. His mind felt lighter. He thought maybe this simple life was the answer. As he continued his journey, he saw a man sharpening knives using a grinding stone. Sparks flew as metal touched stone. People stood nearby waiting for their tools to be sharpened. John watched with curiosity. He had never seen such work before. He thought, with this stone, I can earn money anywhere. I won't depend on anyone. I can travel from village to village and build my own future. Excited once again, he traded the goose for the grinding stone and placed it carefully in his pocket. Now, his dreams returned. He imagined people lining up. He imagined earning respect. He imagined success. But while crossing a small wooden bridge, he suddenly felt his pocket become light. He turned quickly. The stone slipped out, fell into the river below, and slowly sank into the deep water. John stood still. No gold, no horse, no cow, no pig, no goose, no stone. Everything was gone. Only the sound of the flowing river and the soft wind around him remained. Most people would have cried. Most people would have blamed fate. Most people would have felt broken. But John did something different. He took a deep breath, and then he smiled. Slowly, he began to laugh. And then, standing on the side of that quiet bridge, he started dancing. Because in that moment, something powerful happened inside him. He realized that throughout his journey, he had been chasing things. First gold, then power, then comfort, then food, then peace, then opportunity. Every time he thought, this will make me happy. And every time, happiness stayed only for a while. Now that everything was gone, he understood the truth. The real happiness was never in the gold. It was never in the horse, the cow, or the stone. It was inside him the whole time. He was still breathing. He was still walking. He was still free. For the first time, he felt light. Not because he owned something, but because he had nothing to lose. That day, John learned that sometimes we carry things thinking they are blessings, but they slowly become burdens. We keep trading one desire for another, thinking the next thing will finally complete us. But peace does not come from what we hold in our hands. It comes from what we hold in our hearts. So now I ask you, how many things do you think you still need to be happy? Are you collecting more, or are you learning to let go? Sometimes the greatest lesson comes when everything disappears, because when all the noise is gone, we finally hear ourselves. And sometimes, losing everything is the moment we finally find who we truly are.